Welcome to the Darren Williams Perspective, and I'm your host, Darren Williams. Happy New Year. Today's topic will be about the former Quds leader, Qassim Soleimani. A lot of information in these past days have been coming out about Qassim Soleimani. A lot of information that has been propagandized, as well as some information that has been very true. What today's subject is going to be on in reference to him is who he was and why are so many people for and against his assassination. I personally am completely for his assassination. He was a bloody tyrant. He was a dictator, and he needed to go. But more importantly, I'm going to give you the information, the facts, and then you can weigh on whether you believe that he should have been taken out or not. Qassim Soleimani, for about 40 years, has been pursuing a reign of terror throughout the Middle East and has been infecting and affecting America directly as well as indirectly. His biggest notable movement in the beginning of it was in 2003. When Bush had taken control and liberated Iraq and Afghanistan, Iran attempted to appease the Bush administration, but Soleimani, in his arrogance as well as in his terrorist tactics, decided to develop a paramilitary which basically warred liberally against the Bush administration through the Middle East, killing and capturing as well as torturing many American soldiers. In 2007, when Bush failed to capture Soleimani, Soleimani retaliated a few days ago, or a few days later after that, and captured as well as tortured even more of U.S. troops. And then in 2011, Soleimani went over to Syria and bankrolled Bashar al-Assad, who, as we know, at the time was about to be overthrown because he was losing support as well as he was losing finances. But Soleimani bankrolled him with the permission of Tehran. This caused even more of a problem for the Obama administration in 2013, when Obama did not cross that line when Assad gassed his people. Then, going forward, in 2017, Soleimani bribed Iraqi officials and caused invasions to happen more so in Iraq by freeing up territory, which created a vacuum for Soleimani and the Iranians to pursue more territory in Iraq. But more importantly, what Soleimani represented was terrorism in the Middle East at its utmost. And our president, Trump, had to do something about it. Now, a lot of people are discussing, well, why are we so upset that this terrorist, an evil terrorist, on the likes of bin Laden, if not worse, why are so many Americans upset? Or let's put it this way, why is the left so upset with Soleimani being taken out, which he should have been taken out? Well, it all boils down to the Iranian deal. And it all boils down to the policies, the foreign policies of Obama. Obama in 2015 had struck a deal with Iran, but more so, the deal was with Soleimani. Even though Soleimani was on the terrorist list, and he stayed on the terrorist list, Obama's administration kept him on the terrorist list, but he received amnesty from Obama and his administration in saying that we would not pursue to take out Soleimani because Soleimani provided a way for Iran to have more influence and more control over the Middle East. The whole premise through the Obama administration was that even though Israel is one of our allies and the good guy who doesn't go and arbitrarily terrorize people or bomb people, that just because Israel was the only one with nuclear weapons, it did not balance out the Middle East. So, what Obama thought was to put nuclear weapons or the capacity of nuclear weapons in the hands of Iran, so there could be a balance as he thought it. So in actuality, what had always been our allies, Israel, the Obama administration saw that Iran could be an ally for them and they could move forward in stabilizing the region. Of course, this was completely wrong, but this is the philosophy of Obama, and this was the philosophy of Madame Albright when she thought that once the USSR or Russia had fallen and collapsed during the Reagan administration, that the world was out of balance because there was only one superpower, which was America. And we're the good guys, but they never thought of us as the good guys. So what Soleimani represented for Obama and his administration was a balanced Middle East, in that America could move out of the Middle East completely and allow the two superpowers, or let's put it this way, Israel and then soon to be superpower, Iran, to somehow negotiate through. But Iran has always been for the death of Israel. And then, of course, during the Obama administration, which was kind of like a song, death to America. So the point being here is that even though bin Laden was taken out, and there was no question about bin Laden being taken out, the mere fact that Soleimani was taken out by Trump posed a threat to the foreign policy of Obama. Many people will argue the fact that no, Trump wasn't permitted to do this. He didn't get permission from Congress. But in actuality, the president controls the executive branch, which the military is a part of the executive branch. So he does not need permission from Congress. All he needs is after 90 days, because Congress owns the string purse, is to request continuation, which is, of course, funding the military. And now that's when Congress gets involved. But what Trump did, President Trump did in taking out Soleimani, was completely in the right of the president's power. It is a constitutional mandate for him to protect not only the country, but also to protect the country's interest. And one of the interests is Israel, as well as, more importantly, the troops that were in Iraq and the troops that were in the rest of the Middle East, which Soleimani brutally assassinated, tortured, as well as assassinated. But as I go back to this, what Trump did was absolutely brilliant. And it puts Iran and Tehran on their feet to say that America will not be pushed around anymore like what Obama permitted America to be. Trump has put more sanctions on Iran and has crippled them greatly. And with taking out Soleimani, he is even devastated them more, with Tehran trying to fill the shoes of Soleimani and having a difficult time. With the person that they're looking at now, or they have now, this guy is probably a child in comparison to what Soleimani was. So the great thing about this is that Trump is continuously protecting America and continuously protecting the interest not only of Israel, but of all those in those surrounding areas. Even the Iraqis were very happy, even though they won't say, they were very happy that Soleimani was taken out. He tortured and he killed many Iraqi of the coalition, as well as normal protesters and citizens. Once again, this is the Darren Williams Perspective. I'm your host, Darren Williams, and this is my perspective. Thank you. And if you like what you heard, please subscribe so you'll get notifications each and every time. Thank you.